Welcome back to GMFB on a Thursday morning. We have some really sad, tragic, and devastating news to share across the NFL. And with that, we will welcome in Mike Garofalo, Ian Rapoport, and Jane Slater. Bear with us as this is truly, truly heartbreaking for one of 32 teams, but it will involve and it will affect the entire NFL and those who love football. Mike G.
Yes, tragic news. A statement from the Cowboys that we just received a short while ago is with extreme sadness that the Dallas Cowboys share that Marshawn Kneeland tragically passed away this morning. Marshawn was a beloved teammate and member of our organization. Our thoughts and prayers regarding Marshawn are with his girlfriend, Catalina, and his family. Marshawn Kneeland, a second-round pick last year, part of a group of young pass rushers that we have talked a bunch about with regard to what the impact on the football field was going to be for them. But obviously this extends well beyond the football field with this news of this tragic passing of a young man at the age of 24. The Cowboys, his teammates, his friends, his agent, Ian will speak to that in just a second here. A lot of folks hurting this morning at the passing of Marshawn Kneeland. You see that number 24, just incredibly early, incredibly tragic here news. Ian, as I throw it to you.
Yeah, we just received word from Marshawn Kneeland's agent, John Persley from Sports Stars, sent us this statement, a heartfelt statement on a horrific, horrific morning. I'll read it. I'm shattered to confirm that my client and dearest friend, Marshawn Kneeland, passed away last night. I watched him fight his way from a hopeful kid at Western Michigan with a dream to being a respected professional for the Dallas Cowboys. Marshawn poured his heart into every snap, every practice, every moment on the field. He says to lose someone with his talent, spirit, and goodness is a pain that I could hardly put into words. His heart aches for his family, his teammates, and everyone who loved him, and I hope they feel the support of the entire football community during this unimaginable time. Persley asked for privacy and compassion for this tragic loss. It is hard to put into words. Persley, the agent, and the Cowboys did a good job of attempting. There's so much more here for just one of the really good guys with the Dallas Cowboys, a young star on this Cowboys defense. Jane, I know you knew Marshawn. I know you know so many of the Cowboys people. What else can you add to this terrible, terrible tragedy?
Well, Ian, I received news about this around 4 o'clock Dallas time and immediately started reaching out to people. As you can imagine, we wanted to make sure that some of this news was correct. We wanted to make sure that the next of kin was notified, and just absolutely tragic news, as you pointed out. Only 24 years old, a standout out of Western Michigan, a second-round pick in 2024. He played in 11 games as a rookie, but his season was cut short with a knee injury. It was then that he came back this season, and he fought his way back, his first sack against Philly, and then that incredible blocked punt for a touchdown on Monday against the Cardinals. As we were working to confirm this story, I did have an opportunity to reach out and talk to his former DC, Mike Zimmer, who had this to say about his former player, telling me, quote, he was a great person, eager to learn, wanted to be great. He didn't take any crap from anyone on the field. He studied hard, loved playing the game, tough. Zimmer added, my last conversation with him was keep being you. You're going to have a career. That career, sadly, cut short.
Jane, Ian, and Mike G., thank you very much. And Jane, truly for connecting with somebody in Mike Zimmer who knew him so well, the former DC for the Cowboys. But I can imagine as this day unfolds, we will continue to hear from those inside the building, those in Marshawn Kneeland's life. And again, our sincere, sincere condolences and thoughts are with everyone who knew him and those who watched that game on Monday night. Mike Garofalo, you obviously across the league. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry. We just have a statement from the NFL now. We are deeply saddened by the tragic news of the passing of Cowboys Marshawn Kneeland. Our thoughts and prayers are with his girlfriend, Catalina, family, friends, and his teammates. We have been in contact with the Cowboys and have offered support and counseling resources. I mean, counseling resources are going to be available to everybody in that organization, everybody throughout the NFL family. I'm already hearing from agents who want to get in touch with the agent for Marshawn Kneeland saying, hey, I've had guys that have gone through this similar thing. I can help them. I mean, it's a competitive business, and everybody's trying to beat each other on the field. But when it comes to situations like this, you just see the entire NFL community immediately, I mean, this news just hit, immediately start to come together and offer support and counseling and everything they could possibly do.
Yeah, Mike, this is horrific news on a Thursday morning. Horrible. Horrible. I feel terrible for his family. I feel terrible for the Cowboys. I feel terrible for the Cowboys fans. I don't know the circumstances. I know there is all kinds of chatter everywhere. I think it would be irresponsible and inappropriate to weigh in on any of it. All I know that this has happened and that he has passed right in the middle of an NFL season. And when I just heard the news, I wanted to learn a little bit more about him. And I went to Marshawn Kneeland's Instagram, and pinned as his top video is him getting his draft call from Jerry Jones and the entire Cowboys brain trusts. And you're going to become a Dallas Cowboy. You're going to have that star on your helmet. And you come to learn the journey. This was a 2-star recruit who became a second-round pick. It's everything that the NFL is great about, and it's dreams coming true, and it's playing for America's team. And the NFL, you made it. It's a really wonderful thing as we see highlights of him going against the reigning Super Bowl champions. So my burden at this point is I have nothing to say other than I feel so terrible, and this is really, really horrible news. And Manti Te'o, I'd love to hear your perspective.
Well, life is such a precious gift, right? Like, this game is such a beautiful game, and it's times like this that we're reminded of what truly matters, you know. And what matters in life is that we have a friend to call, a friend that can share memories with. And for all of us, it's a sobering thought that it reminds us to really take every day as a gift, because it really is. And to tell the people next to you that you love them, I think Kyle hit it right on the head. Like, we don't know all the details, but what we do know is that we don't have a friend with us anymore. And, you know, the prayers are going up for him and his family. And I can just only hope that for those that are around him, continue to come together. And let's not wait for tragedies like this, guys, to come together. I think at a time now where we could really use some unity, let's do it. Like, let's not wait until some loss comes to remind us of what truly matters to all of us. And that should be the relationships that we have. And so my prayers are going up for him and his family. And I want everybody to know I love him. And I hope that, you know, we can continue to carry on this thing in a manner that brings people together and not split them apart.
Well said, Manti. Jane Slater, I'd love to bring you back in. No one knows the Cowboys as well as you do. I would love your perspective just on a team that has really been through everything. This is hugely and uniquely different. How do you expect this to affect the Cowboys, and what do you expect the response to be emotionally, practically, across the board from the Jones family?
I think the hard thing, Kyle, is when you look, this is a new coach with Brian Schottenheimer, and there have been highs and lows this season. I mean, you traded away one of your best defensive players, and then everyone was just celebrating this week the fact you went out and traded for 2 frontline starters. They were going to turn this defense around. Marshawn Kneeland, such a big part of it, and now during their bye week, they're contending with the loss of their teammate. It really reminds me, going back to when I covered this team, and Josh Brett, who was involved in that terrible accident on the highway and ended up costing the life of his teammate. I'm reminded Mike McCarthy's first year when their strength and conditioning coach passed away early in the morning. I mean, this team has been through so much. I know them to be resilient. They couldn't have a better coach than Brian Schottenheimer to be leading them right now, a man who is supremely optimistic, who's experienced loss, the loss of his father in recent years. You have Dak Prescott, who's not only dealt with the loss of his mother, but his brother committing suicide a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, we get to certain ages and we start becoming conditioned to a sense of loss. But I think the hard part is, and Manti was talking about a little bit, I lost my mom 2 years ago. Watching somebody die and seeing somebody so young that's not getting to fulfill life's highlights kind of punches you in the gut a little bit, you know. And it's easy to be a reporter and you get the news and you want to have a scoop. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to have questions today about what happened. Police reports will do that in a couple of days. But I think the important thing right now is, just as Manti was saying, is life is so special. And when you're so young, you think you're invincible. And this is sort of an example of you're not.
Jane, first of all, thank you for that. Thank you for your honesty in your reporting. And I'm, you know, I'm thankful that you're going to be with us through this because you cover that team inside and out, but you cover the people inside that building as well. So you're going to be able to give us a human perspective for what's happening, not only with the Marshawn Kneeland and his family, but what's happening to the Cowboys family and the Cowboys organization through this, Jane. So hang in there. We'll continue to lean on your expertise in reporting on this. And you mentioned one of my first thoughts was to Brian Schottenheimer being a first-year coach and how he's going to handle this. And I actually thought about, and this is going to sound sort of trivial right now, but there was a social media meme where, you know, you call somebody and you say, hey, I just wanted to say good night. Micah Parsons did that to Brian Schottenheimer back in the spring when he was still a Cowboy. And I remember the reaction from Schottenheimer because a lot of people are like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? What did like, that's the way your response you're supposed to get. What did he get from Brian Schottenheimer? He got oh, hey, man. Yeah, thanks, man. I love you. I'm paraphrasing, but it was like no questions asked because he truly